Are you looking for the best 65-inch TVS? In this video we will look at some of the best 65-inch TVS on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. LG C3. With its incredible picture quality and extensive selection of A/V and gaming-related features, the LG C3 OLED is our pick for the best all-around 65-inch TV you can buy. Like its predecessor, the C3 pairs picture-perfect black levels with punchy highlights and rich, voluminous color. It's brighter than the C2, but only by a hair, due to new picture processing enhancements that manage light output. The C3 is at its best when displaying HDR content, covering an impressive 99% of the HDR color gamut DCI-P3, and doling out highlights as bright as 800 nits. Picture purists will appreciate the TV's out-of-the-box accuracy and Dolby Vision support, and everyone in the room will appreciate the C3's remarkably wide viewing angles, a hallmark of OLED displays. Few TVs offer as many gaming-related features as the LG C3, including ultra-low input lag, for HDMI 2.1 inputs that support 4K/120Hz gaming, variable refresh rate, VR, and auto-low latency mode, ALLM. The C3 also supports AMD FreeSync Premium Pro and NVIDIA G-Sync compatibility. LG's Game Optimizer is back, too, which gives gamers an easy-to-access menu for adjusting the TV's picture and toggling its gaming-related enhancements on the fly. At number 2. Sony A95L. The Sony A95L is the follow-up to the A95K, a TV we had previously declared the best we'd ever seen. The A95L is even better than its predecessor. From a picture quality standpoint, it's the best TV money can buy. The A95L represents the best QD OLED technology has to offer. Its color volume is unparalleled, its specular highlights are among the brightest in its class, and Sony's picture processing is second to none. Simply put, everything looks good on the A95L, from cable broadcasts to 4K movies mastered in Dolby Vision. And if it's features you're after, the A95L is practically overflowing with them. There are more audio and video-related enhancements than any TV I can remember, including IMAX Enhanced Mode, Surface Acoustic Audio, and Bravia Cam support. Gamers are covered, too, as the A95L supports variable refresh rate, auto-low latency mode, and Sony's Game Mode. Unfortunately, gamers who own two current-gen gaming consoles and an eARC-enabled soundbar will have to juggle their devices across just two HDMI 2.1 inputs. This is the only aspect of the A95L's capabilities that falls short of its top-tier OLED competitors like the Samsung S95C and the LG G3. It doesn't come cheap, but the Sony A95L is the ultimate TV for those looking for the absolute best picture on the market. At number 3. Hisense U8K. If you're shopping for a high-performance TV without a high-end price, the Hisense U8K should be at the top of your list. Its set of features and picture quality rivals some of the best LED TVs from competitive brands, but its price tag is much lower. Like many top-shelf TVs in 2023, the U8K blends mini LEDs and quantum dots for a bright, colorful picture. Its high amount of dimming zones and excellent local dimming software keep its black levels inky while minimizing light bloom. If you have a brighter-than-average living space, the U8K is a slam dunk. It's one of the brightest TVs of the year, and its average picture brightness is plenty sufficient to cut through sunlight. The U8K's Google Smart Platform is easy enough to use and offers plenty of downloadable apps. It's not quite as powerful a gaming machine as other high-end TVs, but there's enough here to satisfy casual and dedicated gamers alike. It's equipped with two HDMI 2.1 inputs that support 4K/120Hz gaming, or up to 144Hz with VR, as well as auto-low latency mode, ALLM, and AMD FreeSync Premium Pro. Its picture processing isn't as sharp as some of the other TVs in its class, and like all mini LED TVs, the picture quality gets noticeably worse during off-axis viewing. Nevertheless, with 65-inch models frequently on sale for about $1,000, the U8K is positively overflowing with value. At number 4. Samsung QN90C. As we've come to expect from Samsung's Neo QLED line, the QN90C is sensationally bright and colorful. It's one of the brightest TVs of the year, making it a great choice for folks with sun-soaked living spaces. The QN90C's sheer brightness and quantum dot enhanced display make for an impressively punchy palette of colors, regardless of what you're watching. Most impressive, however, is the QN90C's local dimming, which does a remarkably good job of keeping all of that brightness in check. Rarely did we notice any light bloom around brighter objects, including bright, white subtitles during darker shows and movies. Simply put, if you have your heart set on a mini LED TV, the QN90C is one of the best at implementing that display technology. Gamers will feel right at home with the QN90C, as it offers a full slate of HDMI 2.1 inputs that support 4K gaming up to 144 Hz, auto low latency mode, ALLM, and AMD FreeSync Premium. Like many high-end Samsung TVs this year, the QN90C also supports Samsung's cloud gaming software suite, Gaming Hub. This allows users to access a host of popular cloud gaming services, no console required. Like all LED TVs, the QN90C doesn't look quite as good when viewed from an off-axis position. We also find the overall software experience to be fussier than Google TV. Nevertheless, the QN90C is one of the best mini LED TVs money can buy, and certainly one of the best TVs of the year. At number 5. Sony A95K. The A95K, Sony's first quantum dot enhanced OLED TV, is absolutely mind-blowing. For pure picture quality, it's one of the best TVs we've ever seen, topped only by its successor, the Sony A95L. The A95K delivers the perfect black levels and the wide viewing angles of any OLED, while correcting OLED tech's biggest problem, brightness. It's bright enough to watch day or night, unless it's sitting directly in a sunbeam. Sony's quantum dot technology helps a 9K cover an impressive 100% of the HDR color gamut, DCI-P3. Its bold, bright colors pop noticeably, no matter what you're watching or playing. Most impressively, it can render skin tones and subtle color gradations without color banding, even when it's upscaling standard definition content thanks to Sony's excellent picture processing. The A95K isn't quite as robust for gaming as some of its competitors, but it does alright. Two of its HDMI 2.1 inputs support 4K gaming at 120 Hz, though one of them is also the eARC-enabled soundbar port. It also features variable refresh rate, auto low latency mode, and G-Sync compatibility. Finally, the A95K has a fast, easy-to-use Google-based smart platform that works well for streaming. The price tag is astronomical and the gaming support could be stronger, but if you're looking for one of the best pictures money can buy, the A95K is a great candidate. It's also a savvy way to save a little bit of money if its successor, the A95L, is a bit too pricey for you. At number 6. Samsung S95C. The second generation of Samsung's quantum dot enhanced OLED display technology is even more stunning than the first. With class-leading brightness, incredibly vibrant color, and a bevy of gaming features, the Samsung S95C picks up right where its predecessor, the S95B, left off. An S95B on sale is still the better financial option, unless you're after a 77-inch model or want the flexibility of Samsung's One Connect box, which puts all connections in a conveniently detached box, both only offered with the S95C. The S95C is the brightest OLED we've tested to date, with HDR specular highlights reaching as high as 1400 nits. Colors on the S95C look spectacular no matter what you happen to be watching, but HDR movies, shows, and video games look especially vibrant. The S95C covers 99% of the HDR color gamut, and the sheer luminosity of its quantum dot enhanced palette truly makes a difference. The S95C is a gaming powerhouse and its low input lag and 144 Hz native refresh rate are just the tip of the iceberg. All four of its HDMI 2.1 inputs support 4K/120 Hz gaming, along with auto low latency mode, ALLM, variable refresh rate, VRR, and AMD FreeSync Premium. Like last year's model, the S95C also offers Samsung Gaming Hub, a cloud gaming platform, and Game Bar, a settings menu that puts the TV's various gaming enhancements right at your fingertips. As is the case with all Samsung TVs, you won't be getting Dolby Vision support with the S95C. Instead, the TV offers HDR10 Plus support in its place, an HDR format that harnesses frame-by-frame metadata similarly. In addition, while the S95CS software has seen subtle improvements year over year, we find the user interface to be somewhat confusing and certain processes to be slow, which might disappoint those looking for a simple, easy smart platform experience. At number 7. LG G3. The G3 OLED is one of the best TVs LG has ever made, thanks in part to its unique micro-lens array (MLA) panel technology. This special hardware allows the G3 to produce peak white highlights at brightness levels on par with QD OLED TVs. When you put those highlights alongside perfect black levels, magic things happen to the picture. Like its predecessors, the G3 is designed to hang on the wall like a portrait. This means if you want to set up the G3 on a media console, you'll have to fork over an extra $150 to $200 for a compatible, first-party stand. If you wall mount the G3, however, you'll be treated to a work of art. There is no gap between the panel and the wall, and its metallic border calls to mind a fancy frame. Gaming enthusiasts will be thrilled to see a full suite of HDMI 2.1 inputs that support 4K gaming at 120 Hz, AMD FreeSync Premium, G-Sync, and Auto Low Latency mode. Like all LG OLEDs, the G3 also offers Game Optimizer mode, a convenient set of enhancements to improve the experience from one game to the next. The G3 is not perfect, though. Those chasing the brightest, boldest colors an OLED has to offer might want to explore alternatives. While its colors are spectacular to behold, and accurate right out of the box, the G3 lags behind QD OLED when it comes to color volume. In addition, the G3 stand is wobbly, and the configuration causes the panel to lean back slightly, which might bother some. That said, it's among the best OLEDs money can buy, which puts it near the top of the list of the best TVs, period. It's an especially good pick for those looking to wall mount their next TV. At number 8. Samsung S90C. The Samsung S90C is Samsung's most affordable OLED TV. While it's not quite as impressive as the step-up S95C, it shares many of the same benefits and features. As such, it's a great way to save some money on a high-end Samsung TV. The inclusion of quantum dots helps to explain why the S90C is brighter and slightly more colorful than many OLED TVs in its price range, like the LG C3 and the Sony A80K. When paired with the perfect black levels OLED TVs are known for, the S90C's added brightness makes for a fantastically cinematic experience, particularly in HDR. Small, concentrated areas of brightness really pop. Picture purists will appreciate the S90C's razor-sharp filmmaker mode, which produces an incredibly accurate picture right out of the box. Gamers, on the other hand, will love the S90C's full-hearted support for current generation consoles, as the S90C supports 4K gaming at up to 144 Hz across all four of its HDMI 2.1 inputs. It also supports ALLM, VR, AMD FreeSync Premium, and Samsung's Gaming Hub streaming software suite. There are a couple of downsides to report, unfortunately. Being a Samsung TV, the S90C does not support Dolby Vision, opting instead for the open-source alternative, HDR10+. A/V enthusiasts might miss having the option to watch Dolby Vision-enhanced content in its native format. In addition, the S90C's software, especially its built-in smart platform, often feels like it gets in its own way. It's also worth noting just how much pricier the 65-inch model is when compared to the 55-inch version. The 55-inch S90C is the most competitively priced model, and there's a significant price jump when moving up to the 65-inch version, more so than with most TVs in its class. Nevertheless, if you're interested in landing a Samsung-branded OLED TV, the S90C is the most affordable route.